Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma. Investment banks and analysts have revised Georgia's economic growth forecast downward. Considering the actual economic growth in November was lower than expected, we have reduced the 2024 growth forecast to 9.4% from the previous 9.7%, stated the investment bank Galt and Taggart in its first review of 2025. Preliminary data from Geostat indicates that real GDP growth in November 2024 slowed to 7.5% compared to 11% in the previous period. In the previous months, overall Georgia's economy grew by 9.4% year-on-year from January to November 2024. According to Galt and Taggart, $2.8 billion worth of apartments were sold in Tbilisi during the first 11 months of 2024, marking a 5.5% year-on-year increase. This was detailed in the investment bank's review of Tbilisi's residential real estate market published at the end of December. Despite positive official statistics, consumer prices continue to rise. According to the ISED Research Institute, the Khachapuri index reached a record high in December 2024, showing that the average cost of making one standard Emiratian Khachapuri exceeded a 10-year maximum. Specifically, the average cost of making one standard Emiratian Khachapuri surpassed 7 Georgian lari in December 2024, representing a 3.8% increase compared to November 2024 and an 8.4% rise compared to December 2023. Meanwhile, flour prices have risen, and bread factories are demanding a reduction in import duties on flour. Following the elections, the increased cost of flour has made it challenging for businesses to maintain bread prices. The Bakers Association reports that the price of a sack of flour has risen on the local market, adding to other costs that businesses can no longer manage. Consultations between businesses and the Ministry of Agriculture are expected on this issue. According to National Bank of Georgia statistics, total reserves decreased by $562 million compared to the same months in the previous year, but increased by $323 million compared to November 2024. The US dollar index has reached its highest level since October 2022, exceeding 109 points. The dollar index, also known as DXY, measures the value of the US dollar relative to the other currencies included in the index. The index shows how the dollar compares to the other currencies, including the euro, Japanese yen, British pound, Canadian dollar, Swedish krona, and Swiss franc. Azerbaijan Airlines halts flights to 11 Russian cities. Kazan is now the 11th Russian city where Azerbaijan Airlines has ceased operations. Flight cancellations followed an aviation accident over Grozny. Preliminary information suggests an Azerbaijani state airline plane was damaged by Russia's air defense system during a drone attack in the airspace. Azerbaijan, together with Kazakhstan, continues an independent investigation into the matter. Meanwhile, President Aliyev continues to express strong criticism of the Russian officials. Regarding Armenia, on January 9th, the Armenian government approved a draft law initiating the process of Armenia's membership in the European Union. Western countries are increasing political pressure on Georgia, activating various sanction packages from the United States, whose legislative body Congress is reviewing the proposed Megobari Act, which includes delegitimizing the current government. The Biden administration, in coordination with Trump's advisors, is preparing a new sanctions package against Russia. Why details remain undisclosed, Reuters reports that it will be significantly bolster support for Kiev. Meanwhile, preparations are underway for the US presidential inauguration, which Salome Zurabishvili from Georgia will attend. The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.